He's like, fuck secured sessions. We
You
get
may have
blacklisted.
seen him on lesser known shows.
You know what?
This guy, he's kind of funny sometimes, I guess.
It was a roast intro.
You're funny enough to be here, so that's good on secured sessions.
Oh, I thought
That
you invited me
speaks
because I was good looking.
Both.
Now,
And
I feel better.
also your fits, honestly.
People just treat me like a piece of meat, and it's just breaks my heart, you know, because I have so much personality in here.
Absolutely. That's
And
why you
it's-
don't show your knees. You don't want them to judge you for your body.
People just see me as some big, sexy retard.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Absolutely. Do you think that if you were to run into Riff Raff, you could beat him in a street fight?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
he doesn't know how to fight.
No shit. How do you know? You could just tell?
Well, he would be posting about it.
Or maybe not, because he doesn't want people to know that he can just whip it out at any moment and just fight. You know? You think?
I doubt it.
I think you got him. So with that said, Bailey, I'm going to let you speak your truth about Riff Raff, and then you honestly don't have a chance to defend her honor.
Yeah, so Rebecca and I, we discussed Riff Raff in our first podcast together, and he did see it. Apparently, when you mention someone's name in the title of a video and they're an artist on YouTube, you will come up in their emails in case, you know, they have to cease and desist you.
He was notified.
He was notified. So he took his liberties of, you know, finding me on Instagram, cold DM'd me. And, you know, I gave him my number because who wouldn't want to hear from Riff Raff, honestly?
Yeah.
So we FaceTimed, and he let me know that it was his birthday on the 29th, which happy belated, Riff Raff.
Happy birthday, Riff Raff.
Sorry I didn't text you.
Yeah.
But he wanted me to fly down for his birthday.
To Vegas?
No, he lives in Florida.
Oh.
So, yeah, he was really smitten on the fact that I said that he was too much on the podcast and really wanted some redemption points with me. So, did not take him up on that offer because, truthfully, he's a blast from the past. You know, that was my type when I was 14. Not anymore.
I didn't realize that was anyone's type.
Well,
You know,
we have our moments, you know?
the
Everyone has their-
wingster face
Yeah, a
has
spicy,
hit both of us.
spicy white. Yeah.
A spicy
for sure.
white.
I guess like a abridged version of the story we told on that podcast. Basically, like Riff Raff came to my hometown, super small town, Corpus Christi, Texas, the hood, if you will. And at the time, I was like, I'm gonna hit up Riff Raff and see if he responds. And I'm gonna be inserting the screenshot because he thought I was lying. When he hit up Bailey, he's like, no, I thought she was lying. I'm like, one thing about me is I'm not gonna lie, especially about something like Riff Raff, something that serious. So I say, hey, Riff Raff, I see you're in Corpus. He responds, it's already late. The next day, he's like, do you want to come with me to San Antonio on my bus to this music festival that I'm playing back when he, you know, did those? And I said, fuck yeah, absolutely. So then we proceeded to do drugs, hypothetically. And then I left into the sunset because I was dating a drug dealer in my hometown at the time and he was going to kill me if I stayed. So that was that. And I posted that on
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, for sure. My therapist is a real busy woman. But so we talked about that on the last episode. And yeah, he saw it and took his chance and shot a shot at Bailey.
But he's upset with me now because I wouldn't respond to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. Women, you guys don't respond.
We do if we want to.
Yeah, I guess.
And we'll hop on a flight if we want to, respectfully. But I can't really imagine spending... Oh, he's going to hate me. Oh, I can't really imagine spending...
He already does.
He literally already does. It's okay.
Yo, Riff Raff, fly me out.
Oh, shit.
Come on our podcast, though. We could be friends.
Yeah, bro, come on Secured Sessions. There's always a chance. Maybe in person, your personality can shine through more. I think that's the problem is y'all haven't met in real life.
Riff Raff, I challenge you to a freestyle battle if you see this.
Oh, shit. He will see it. I'm going to mention him in the title again.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
We have beef now, so...
So, okay, freestyle battle or just like a physical altercation or both?
No, I don't want to. I love Riff Raff. I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, well,
I want
that
a
makes one
freestyle
of us. Yeah. Okay. And you think you'd win?
No, I'm not saying that, but I
Okay.
would like to test my abilities. I would definitely win in a physical altercation, but no, I'm probably not going to win. He's the fucking master.
Yeah?
But I'll impress him. I'll do something that'll make him go like, "Oh shit."
That's actually what he sounds like.
I know. It's
Yeah.
dude, he's like all the most successful people I know are like delusionally confident and just have this weird, they're like insane people.
Mhm.
And he's that and same. And that's like the best way to be, I think. It's just being whoever the hell you think you should be and then just leaning in.
But if you had to guess, what would you say me and Bailey's red flags are when it comes to dating or just generally? You can start with Bailey here. And don't be afraid to hurt our feelings.
Jewish.
We both are.
We both are. And so are you.
Wait, you are? Really?
No, not me.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, wow, mazel tov.
Eli.
That's my middle
Jew.
name.
Okay. All right. That's my only red flag is that I'm Jewish.
No, that's just the biggest one.
He's like, I know y'all bitches came out of those tunnels. Like, I know for a fact. I know for a fucking fact. Look at you.
You still got dirt in your fingers.
Oh my God, damn, don't look at me, fuck. Slithers back down into it.
What would I guess your biggest red flag is?
I think I don't see you having a red flag, bro.
I just met you guys.
But just by looking at us, you know? I'm in a Brazzers shirt, bro. You have to have some red flag about me. Yeah. I'm like, how dare you?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I met you guys out, I'd be like, those girls are probably really fucking boring.
So
I'm
not
in a
true.
Brazzers shirt, bro. I have a personality. You don't think so?
Yeah, but you're
Really?
hot. Automatically, I see a hot girl, I'm like, painful conversation.
Dude, you know what? Honestly, I can't
That's been the hardest part about being sober, actually.
really having
Yeah.
good conversations with people.
With women specifically.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Honestly, same. I was sober at the beginning of this year for 150 days. It was good, but also I was like, damn, so many people they are boring as fuck. They suck.
Language is an art form, and a lot of people use it too utilitarian to just communicate from A to B. I mean, I text like that. I'd be like, where go? Just make plans.
Just not even English.
Send
Pig Latin.
Chinese American English.
Yeah.
But people, so women are more boring than men because men are constantly facing rejection and being told they're not good enough and needing to reevaluate and improve their social skills. Whereas women, you could just walk in and be like, you could stare at the ceiling and be like, cool ceiling. And then everyone be like, yeah, I want to fuck you.
You're like, hell yeah. What if you grew up ugly though? What if a woman, me too, but that's what I'm
We
getting
all
at here.
grew up ugly.
Yeah,
so
dude,
we
I
all
was a-
had to get good personalities.
Exactly. That's why I think I'm a fucking hoot.
That's why I started doing comedy. People are like, why do you do comedy? You're good looking. You don't need to do that. I'm like, I wasn't when I started.
Precisely, bro.
I'm addicted now though.
Yeah, exactly. And it's I had to do something, or what am I going to do? Sit in a corner, stare at a wall? I got to say something, you know what I mean? So I feel that's how I developed my whole personality is I was not to shit on myself, but it's not cute, girl. So I don't know. So do you think that matters if someone grows up ugly or if they've always been attractive, or are they usually not funny?
Yes, it definitely plays a role.
Yeah.
Because being ugly forces you to develop other skills. But there's also a lot of beautiful women that have great personalities that have always been gorgeous.
How do you know they always have been?
Because I've asked them and they've showed me pictures.
Oh, damn. Must be nice. Well, never mind. What do you think my red flag is, if you had to guess?
You're probably talking to 10 guys right now.
Oh, I wish I could say I was. Last night I was literally in bed talking to my friend. And I was like, dude, I have no bitches. Not a single hoe. Not a single hoe to be found right now. And this isn't an open invite, don't get me wrong. But I was initially, I was doing pretty well. About a week ago, I was like, bro, I got a solid 2 hoes right now. Things are going really well for me. And anything more than that, I feel I would get overwhelmed. Because I can't keep my story straight. Maybe I said I was there, but I'm here. I don't know. I'm not a good liar. But all of a sudden, they fell away. I found out one was a gay man. And the other one, this is a whole rabbit hole that I won't get into because he's probably going to watch this. But it was just a whole ordeal. And I'm like, damn, now I'm holeless. What am I to do? So I can see how you may think that. And typically, perhaps. But no. Not a single one.
Literally, the roster's been at 0 for a couple months now.
Bro, the
I'm
roster's
did I
low.
fall off?
Yeah, for sure. What about you? How many people are you talking to right now?
I'm
Say it to the camera. I clipped it.
I'm in a serious relationship with God.
Okay. The Holy Spirit.
Every bitch that's in his phone right now is like, fuck him.
She's like, say my fucking name, please.
Sitting on the edge of their seat.
Damn. Yeah.
I have some prospects. It's ideally I would like to have one solid chick.
Yeah.
But you have to date a bunch of girls to find her.
Yeah.
So it's you have I don't want to be a player, but I have to be a player to stop being one, you know?
Yeah.
It's if you want to find the best pizza, you don't just try the best one, the first pizza shop in New York, and then you're like, we're good to go. You got to try them all.
Yeah, right. You got to be a Dave Portnoy. Like, go to all of them and just rank them for sure. And like, I think I was telling my guy friend this because he's on all the apps and he'll send me like videos. They're so fucking funny. And he'll do like voiceovers and shit of like scrolling through hella bots on the apps, girls selling their OnlyFans. This one girl was in like a Renaissance fit. I was like, no, don't do that. So yeah, apparently it's kind of a struggle for dudes out there like on the apps and stuff like that. Do you think that it's kind of tough? Really?
I don't have any apps.
Yeah, fuck apps. I mean, I'll use them while I'm taking a shit to entertain myself.
I don't have them. Just kidding.
But like I would not date someone from an app. I just couldn't because I know this is so hypocritical, but I'm just like, wow, you're just looking for dick on your phone. Like,
meanwhile, you're just like scrolling through. You're like, look at you.
There's a double standard.
Oh my God. Yeah. I guess I could see that. Well, and also, how do you know someone's personality? Like, some people don't photograph well. Like, some people, like, they just, I don't know. Like, I feel like you can't tell from an app, like, how someone really is, in my personal experience. Not that I've been on
You're
them.
just judging them, like, immediately. You know, you're, like, reading, looking at the pictures.
But it's like...
You can't catch the vibe.
Yeah. I was on a date with this girl recently, and she was like, hey, you actually talked to one of my friends. And I was like, oh, who? And she was like, yeah, you guys FaceTimed. I like, matched with her. And I asked if she had abs, and then she said she was laughing at that, and I think
so. That's what did it for her, like.
Yeah, and she didn't, so I didn't meet up with her.
Oh shit.
Oh, so they have to have abs. That's a criteria.
Yeah.
Bailey, you're up.
I have high standards.
Yeah. What are like non-negotiables for you when it comes to dating?
Well, I won't date someone that drinks. That opens up a whole can of worms that I do not want to deal with.
That's fair.
Making me repeat myself. You know what mirroring is?
Yeah.
That too. Either making me repeat myself or them repeating what I just said.
Yeah, repeating what you said.
I mean, I guess a deal breaker is just someone who is so far removed from my personality type that they're just like, a lot of girls I'll go on dates with and they'll just be like, what the fuck? Like they'll be like, we'll be having a good time, but they're just like, I'm trying to figure you out. I'm trying to like understand you.
It's relatable.
And I'm just like, dude, I don't have time to teach you who I am. Like, you're either already with me or you're not.
He's like, I need the commitment after the first date.
Yeah, but just like mentally though, and like a sense of humor. Like, bro, one time I was on a date at Cheesecake Factory. Love it there. So you would think the vibes would be immaculate, right? Not the case. This man was like talking to a piece of like drywall, like a literal piece of like bread with mayonnaise on it. Like, it was the worst thing in my life. Like, no personality to be found, and like you're just carrying the whole time. Like, they don't understand any of your jokes. Like, that shit sucks, you know?
Yeah, so, not laughing at my jokes is a big one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I understand like if it's not funny, like sure, tell me, like shoot me straight, but like, you know, if you just can't comprehend it, probably a no, in my opinion.
Yeah, I need somebody who lets me be a little bit mean to them because that's my personality.
Yeah.
So if you're super sensitive, it's just really unattractive.
I think so.
I used to be like that. I'd meet a girl and she'd be a bitch and I'd be like, oh, like game on. Like, we'll tease each other back and forth. And now I meet a girl and they'll flirt with me by being a bitch and I'll be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that.
That's growth, you know?
You know, you don't need to be a bitch.
I want to just my ideal
just beats his ass.
It's you're not like a literal bitch.
Is we just fucking gas each other up all the time.
Oh yeah. We love that.
No conflict, no fights, no arguments ever.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Nothing but it's possible. It's definitely possible for at least 3 months.
And then just jail, assault. Like, yeah. It always goes starts crying. I'm like, yeah, and then just that 3 month mark, the magic mark. But
what the hell have you been through?
Bro, so fuck up. It's another episode. You could have a whole episode on that one, but I've talked about it prior a little bit. So watch the other episodes, guys. What's your go-to way to approach a girl if you don't have apps? Do you just like go up to her and what do you say?
If you don't have abs?
Apps.
Oh.
If she doesn't have abs, I know you won't go up to her. But like, if like you're not on dating apps, like how do you approach or how do you DM slide? What's your go-to?
I just take my shirt off and I'm like, wanna fuck?
And that works.
And then like 99% of them will say no. But then every now and then one will be like, all right.
Fuck yeah, bro. No. Not like exactly the same, but one time I was trying to catch my ex cheating and I made a whole fake number on like an app. I text him from it and I was like, oh my God, hey, this is Sarah. Remember me from last night? Like a green light. You bought me and my friends green tea shots. Da, 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 da. And he's like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, oh, I took it down. My ex is crazy. And I built this whole like elaborate ruse. And he's like, send a pic. So I go to like this girl that I thought he would never know, send a pic. But this is where I fucked up. This was one of my biggest fumbles, guys. I said that I was from Austin, obviously. Like I was like, oh yeah, we met at green light, whatever. There were mountains in the background of the pic. And I was like, oh, this is me right now driving. And he's like, there's mountains in Austin. And I'm like, I lied. I just left the gym. I look really ugly right now. This is an old pic. Sorry. And he was just stupid. So he fell for it. But yeah. So.
Was he cheating?
Yeah. Yeah. We broke up. No, I broke up with him. He was definitely cheating. That fucking sucked. But what do y'all think's in Area 51? Do you think there's aliens or no?
Spacecrafts.
Yeah? How do you know? Or why do you think that?
Bob Lazar.
Who's that?
Uncle Lazar's father.
What? Wait, really?
No, Bob Lazar was.
I don't really believe. I was like,
he was on Rogan a bunch, and he worked on Area 51, and he talked about all this, the science of how they would use 0-point gravity systems on these UFOs, and the FBI tried to erase all of his credentials. There's like no history of him going to school or anything. So it's been, at first people were really skeptical. And now I think people are like, oh shit, I think he's right.
yeah. I think there's aliens for sure. I think it would be so dumb to believe that we were the only life form and like the best one too, you know?
Well, we are aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so I always try to, every time I go on a first date, I'm like, don't bring up the Sumerian tablets.
Whatever you do.
And I do every time. So I'm going to bring up the Sumerian tablets. The
Love it.
oldest document on the planet. And it recounts the creation of humanity and includes every major story in the Torah, Quran, Bible. But it predates all of those religions by like 20 to 30,000 years. Which to me means it's probably more accurate. And for example, the main takeaway from the Sumerian tablets is 7 members of the Anunnaki came from heaven to earth and genetically modified humans to be a slave race so they didn't have to work.
No shit.
Which makes perfect sense because that's why they like edited our genome to have like this feeling of how it's never enough and we always need to keep working to keep us working.
Huh. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah. And so the Anunnaki were basically like these, like, I don't know, 12-foot alien dudes. And they were all different colors. And they made us in their image. So that's why there's 7 races. And the Garden of Eden was an outdoor laboratory where they created the first man, Adamu.
Holy shit. It's actually interesting as fuck. Wow.
Well, then where are they now?
It's like observing.
Well, some people would say that those are the reptilian shapeshifters behind the shadow government. But they could also all have died because they had these massive elongated skulls. Like if you look at ancient Egypt, there's like big dudes with these long heads and then all the little humans down here like doing the work.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And they have found these massive skulls on every major continent. They're called the Paracas skulls because the first one is in Paracas, Venezuela. And the official scientific explanation is that those were a product of skull binding, which is when you like morph it with like an infant's head. Like,
how they do it with like feet in certain cultures, like little bindings. Yeah.
But the thing is, binding it changes the shape, but it can't change the volume. So that is an illegitimate explanation. There's no way that binding could be the result of that.
Yeah. Huh.
So like how would they die out and we would keep living?
I mean, it's been like 30,000 years.
Yeah, but like
if they had the technology,
how are there none left?
Yeah, and if they had the technology to create a whole race of workers.
I mean, who says there's none left?
Yeah. I feel
so
like there
you
are.
think it's just like Hillary Clinton and shit?
Above Hillary Clinton.
It's like the
Mark Zuckerberg's definitely a lizard person. Like I'm gonna just put that out there right now.
The Rothschilds.
He's for sure a lizard. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Some people say that the Rothschilds are have Anunnaki bloodline because the Nephilim are a result of the procreation between the Anunnaki and humans. Because they made humans and then they're like, damn, we made these bitches too beautiful. We gotta fuck them. Which, can't blame them. Human women are gorgeous.
Unless they don't have abs. Yeah.
Yeah, true. No fat chicks.
Huh. Damn, that's interesting for sure. So you think even like BlackRock, you know what I mean? You think like the people who lead that, I would feel like they would be a part of that race, right? Because they just run everything.
Well, some people say that like the Jews are Anunnaki bloodline. And Larry Fink's Jewish.
Hey, I'm like, there you go. That's
chosen people.
Right?
It's all insane shit going on up there.
I believe it.
And that's why I had to stop doing drugs because I was MK Ultraing myself, taking psychedelics and learning about all this shit. And I was freaking out. I'm like, what does this say about humanity? Like I have became such a doomer for humanity because I'm like, dude, the only or the way to control the world is to sacrifice babies. That's what it seems like because everyone who's controlling the world is doing that.
It's the adrenochrome or whatever, right? Adrenochrome. Yeah.
So my sister and her husband actually live off the grid because of all of this shit. And when I was dating my ex, we were together for a long time. We literally were doomsday preppers. Like we had generators, gasoline, food storage, like all this shit. Like we're sticking to the Bible like as much as possible because he was like the world's ending and
Revelations.
Yeah, literally like made me read the Revelations book. Was like Jesus is gonna come and like burn this shit down and we need to be in like on the good side and we need to protect ourselves. And that's why I have literally like a ridiculous amount of ammunition in my apartment right now because
to this day,
literally I got rid of everything else, but I was like, I'm just gonna keep the guns and the ammo.
Honestly, may as well. Yeah. You're a real one for that though. Damn. It's like that. That's my man and I'm gonna stick beside him.
Literally, I was like, okay, whatever you say, but I was in peril every day because I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, the world is ending. All of this shit is fake. Our government's fucking us over. COVID is like, I still think it's
yeah, it's all true.
COVID's
it's only
a hoax, but
he may have had a point on that.
Let's get back to. I got some things I want to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. At what point do you expect the guy that you're talking to not be talking to other girls?
Day one.
Day one.
Yeah.
You?
I feel like 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
That's a good.
Yeah. Well, because I want to we need to know if we're doing this or not at 6 weeks. And like all the other bitches need to just like fall off the roster.
So throughout the course of that 6 weeks, like you're okay if like he's actively going on dates with other girls. Yo, I might be crazy.
I mean, like if we have caught a vibe within the first, like if we've gone out a couple times and we caught a vibe, I don't really expect you to be making new connections.
Yeah.
If you have some like people that you've been kind of casually seeing, residual hoes, then like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the best one, so I'm not really worried about the residuals.
I still don't like it. I still don't like it. No, I'm too crazy for that. I would say like after realistically 3 dates. After 3 like solid dates, I would say you should know if you're really feeling someone or not, or if it's like on to the next person. I feel like I would know after like 2 to 3 if I really want to continue with this person or if like I'm gonna keep the residual hoes, you know, personally. But is that healthy? I don't know, but that's just the truth. Yeah. So I just don't. I think
you're kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Really?
It's unrealistic to expect that any man capable of getting a date with a woman as beautiful as you is not doing that with other people.
Fine, I'll go out with you. Fuck. Shit, I'll give you 4 dates. Okay. Like, yeah. I mean, but at the same time, like, what do you think is fair? How many dates would you say is fair to know, hey, the residual host can fall away. Like, I really want to focus on this one person and see where it goes. I'm not saying for like getting into a relationship, but just not like entertaining other people.
So every girlfriend I've ever had, from our first date until we broke up, we were together every day.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah.
Just run through it, get it over with.
Yeah, honestly, just like let it run its course.
It's so much fun just to like spend every moment with someone that you really fucking vibe with and just do everything together.
100%.
And people are like, "Oh yeah, you need space." And I'm like, maybe later, but like at the beginning, I like that. So in that type of situation, I wouldn't have time to talk to any other girls.
I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like if you
that's what it's about, really.
Yeah.
If I don't have the opportunity to talk to girls, then I won't. So the point should be to get to there.
Yeah.
Because like we have to talk to a lot of women. We always have to have a pipeline if we want to be dating, because 90% of you are not going to fucking text back or are going to pull some dumb shit or sure, yeah, we do fucked up things too. But
You guys do a lot of fucked up things.
Yeah, like, yeah.
No, I feel like if I like somebody, I don't tend to focus on anybody else. Like, even if it's right away, even if I'm not hanging out with them all the time, it's just like hard to catch a vibe with somebody. So when you do, if you don't, yeah, that's when you don't text back. It's like not really worth my time. I don't need you to take me out for another meal. I'm good. If I like you enough that I want to keep seeing you, then I'm probably not gonna talk to anybody else.
Yeah. I think like once you know, like for me, and I just don't have the energy, dude, to talk to that many people. Like I just don't want to. One, a lot of people just fucking annoy me. Two, I feel like I'm not actively out there like searching. It's just like if someone pops up, they do. And if I vibe with them, I do. But like I don't really have time for a pipeline of hoes at this moment, besides the two that I had, which RIP now. But
I get asked this, but I've never really asked a woman, what do you're on a date with a guy, first date, what are your intentions?
I personally, and y'all are gonna think I'm lying, but again, no host, so I'm not. It's never to like sleep with that person. It's just to like see, maybe down the road. It's like to see if we vibe. Like if we have made it to a date, if we are sitting at like an establishment, I like you at least a little. I want to see where it goes. I want to see if our personalities vibe. And I think it's like the initial like testing the waters, Like funny enough, I guess I have one hoe, I guess. I have a date tonight. So we'll see. And it's like...
No, she's excited about this.
Yeah, no, I actually am. And he's not a hoe. He seems like a nice gentleman. He seems like a distinguished scholar. But like, the thing is, two separate people told me like, hey, you should give this guy a chance. Bailey being one of them. Yeah. And Justin Mahaley, who also films in here, shout out, also told me the same thing. Like, they were like, hey, like Justin sent me a list. He's like, this is why you will like this guy, and sent like bullet points. I'm like, first of all, you're the best friend any man could ever have for that. But then, yeah, we're gonna meet up tonight. And like before like our first date was over, he was already like planning this one, which I love the initiative of that. But I think this will really be like the defining date where it's like, okay, do I like this guy or not? So I think that's the intention for me. What about you?
I feel like I'm so comfortable being alone and like spending so much time alone that if somebody can get me out of my fucking house, there's a lot of potential already, because I will just say no. And like I get asked on dates and I'll like sometimes think about it, and then I talk myself out of it because I'm like, I don't really want to leave.
Be so pissed if that was the truth.
Girls are gnarly, dude. Like some of my guy friends, I've seen their DMs and it's rowdy. I'm like, how are you as a woman, as a human, sending nefarious message? Like it's crazy.
Wait, women send gnarly DMs?
Yeah, dude.
I only get DMs from gay men and trans women. And obese women.
So George, all of the above. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So I've seen a lot of nudes, good ones too. I'm like, bro, how do y'all know how to pose for a nude? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, like what's like the best nude pose you would say that you've received from a woman? Like what's like the ideal?
Yeah, like tell us.
Yeah.
So I had this girl ask me for a picture of my dick, and I obliged.
See, they're crazy out there.
And
they're like, send me that dick. Like,
well, I think that we do need to know beforehand.
Fuck yeah.
Respectfully, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
yeah, I mean, some people have been scarred by micro penises, not physically, but emotionally.
Dude, I've seen guys with their leg like propped on the toilet with a weird ass angle. I hate it. Anyway, so she asked you for the pic, and then what?
And I sent her a picture of my dick, and maybe like 3 weeks go by, and she's friends with this girl that I know. We used to like hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, but we like stayed in contact. We're friends.
Yeah.
And she's like a really good artist. So she FaceTimes me at 3 a.m. on like a Friday, obviously hammered. I answer, and it's both of them together, and they're like giggling, and she's like, Eli, I have to tell you something. I've been making art with your penis for the last 3 months. And I was like, this is the greatest phone call I've ever received.
Wow.
And then she starts sending it to me, and there's like, it's just my dick cropped out with like a sombrero and sunglasses and a mustache in a convertible in front of a saloon, and then my dick's like a rocket ship. And she made like 15 of these.
That's iconic.
And they're all amazing.
Wow.
And so now when girls ask for a dick pic, I send them one of those. That's what I'm saying. I send the best dick pics of anyone you've ever imagined.
That's fucking
No one else is doing that.
That's phenomenal, bro.
You should post one.
Like blur it a little bit maybe, but yeah. Hell yeah.
It's all on my OnlyFans.
Do you have one really?
Yeah.
Laser does. He said he does pretty well in there.
Yeah, I haven't done anything on it. I just uploaded all those dick pics and
It's like pay.
How many subscribers do you have right now?
I haven't looked at it in months.
Oh, okay. What if you just have millions of dollars just sitting in an account on OnlyFans? You just have no idea.
I did that.
Really? You're ordained? No shit. Who have you married so far?
I renewed people's wedding vows in an airport while I was blackout drunk, dressed like a priest.
Fuck yeah.
In the Sky Harbor Phoenix Airport in 2016. It
was a good year. 2016 was a great year, honestly. In closing, I have one final question for you. And I think it's my favorite one thus far. You know what it is.
Yeah, I do.
If Airbud was your dog, would you take him to games and let him play or let his talents go to waste? And be like, I'm not taking this.
That's your favorite question?
Yeah. It's very important that you answer this.
Well, first of all, I have a dog. His name's Pablo Escobar.
It's amazing.
And he's my best friend.
Okay.
And I would never let anyone's potential go to waste.
Yeah. You go outside.
I'd put Airbud on steroids.
Oh, fuck.
You take him to the next level.
What kind specifically? Do you know? On Anavar? I think like some tests. Get him to like.
Have you taken Anavar?
No.
Do you plan on it?
No.
Good. Don't. Women taking testosterone.
I don't want to talk like
out.
this. But or my clit to get big. So
yeah, you're gonna get a little earthworm down there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Ew.
I'm happy with the way it looks right now.
Fuck.
But I did meet your dog.
So it's visible, so I'll be able to find it.
Are you asking if I have an innie or an outie?
Just slaps it. Oh God. It just unravels. Like, oh Jesus. Yeah, that's tough. I think it's a thing though.
Innie or outie?
No, like girls getting on tests and growing like a little weenie.
Yeah, no, that's like a side effect from, I don't know if it's that specific steroid.
It's Anavar is the one that's supposed to be safer for women.
I'm with him these days. I feel like I haven't heard of him in forever.
Oh, he's texting my sister.
Dan Bilzerian?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Isn't Austin McBroom or what happened? Real, before we close out, because I know this is like a trending topic right now, speak your truth on Austin McBroom. Do you know who that is? No?
No.
Okay. He's famous for having like a family YouTube channel, but he's also famous for just like fucking cheating on his wife relentlessly.
And scamming.
He's been in every person's DMs, like known to man, including her sister.
Well, yeah. So my sister knows Dan Bilzerian. So she was out there a couple years back. She's been there a couple times. But so we grew up with Mike Malajak, if you know who that is. He does the podcast.
Like Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, yeah. So he used to live in our city. We were friends with him. So my sister hits him up when she's out there. And he was like, come through to Jake's house. So my sister goes to Jake's house. And lo and behold, Austin McBroom, who is very publicly married, all these kids, Family Channel,
known
reason why he's loaded, is just cheating, like very openly with like hella hoes. And I was just like, damn, like there's no way that his wife doesn't know. Like they're at like a party with a lot of other influential people.
Yeah,
like, she totally fucking knows. So he's been doing this shit for years.
Well, he's a big YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's fucking rich. I mean, that's pretty much what every rich guy does.
But he's
a
off
family
his family.
channel.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't make him, yeah, he's a piece of shit for promoting family values.
Yeah.
And doing that, but he's still a rich man.
Yeah, but like they're like preaching the Bible shit too. So I'm just like, damn, you really are.
It's always those people though.
Psychotic.
It's the people with like the Bible verse in their like captions in their bio, and like there's a picture of like them and the golden retriever as the profile pic, and like his wife's in his bio, but he's just like in every girl's DMs always. Yeah. It's always like the Mormons, bro. Like almost every time. Like almost every single time it's the Utah Mormons, bro. I swear they're the worst.
They're like FLDS said we could have multiple wives.
I swear to God. They're like, you want to fuck through a sheet, dude? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's really bad. It's rampant in the Mormon community. They just be like relentlessly DMing.
Do you know about the Provo soak?
Isn't that like, I feel like I've heard of this.
Where they just stick their dick in and let it sit there.
Provost.
That's a real thing. It's not like an Urban Dictionary joke.
Have you done it?
No.
Oh, me neither.
I've heard of soaking, and then someone else will like rock the bed
What?
so that they can like.
It like
feel
doesn't count as sex?
Yeah.
What the
There's no like
fuck?
thrusting.
If the penis is in the vagina, that's sex. I don't understand
bro.
I agree.
what loophole they're finding.
Dude, every Mormon girl that I've ever known, which is 5 or less, but still, like they say like they would like do anal and stuff like that because it didn't count. I'm like, I would venture to say that counts more.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's like more
a,
invasive.
That's a step further.
yeah, one
for
might
sure.
say.
Yeah.
Have you guys done anal?
No.
I'm like right before this. Just kidding. I'm like, we'll see tonight. Just kidding. A time or two, a handful of times. Yeah, I would say I had a phase where that's like all I wanted to do. I don't know. My Mormon phase, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It was a moment. It was a moment in time. It was different. You know, it was when I had black hair the first time. She was built different.
We're back.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, guess what, guys? She's back. So
Back door's back open.
back door, back a girl.
Follow Octavius Thunder on Instagram, and I post everything on there.
Fuck yeah.
And Octavius Thunder on YouTube.
Okay. Follow all of the above and stay tuned for when we stream the fight between him and Riff Raff. And honestly, Riff Raff, I'm also calling you out. We have an active DM thread from the first time, so I'm going to tell you in there too and mention you in the title. I think this man can beat you in a freestyle battle. I do. I have full faith in him and a physical altercation if it leads to that. If it worst comes to worst, push comes to shove, I think he could. So this is me calling you out as well. And your husky, bring him too. I think his dog could beat your dog's ass. So pull up with Jody Husky.
Riff Raff, I have nothing but love and respect for you.
I don't know. That's not what he said earlier. So we'll see. I'm going to see what he says. We'll see his retaliation this time. We know he's in conversations with Bailey. So
I can beat him up because I train martial. I fight people every single day.
bro,
He's fighting demons every day.
I'm doing that too.
He's fighting the urge to DM her again. because he got rejected.
Fighting DMs.
Yeah. Oh, thank y'all so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it. Yeah, of course. And you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, Riff Raff, hit me up, or else we're just going to fly out to you. Bailey knows where you live now. We're going to come out under the guise that she wants to meet up with you, and he will be with us. So until next time, love you guys so much. Bye.
Bye.